Hello, good morning everyone. I'm Arsyasi Kusumaning Hati. I want to re-explain the subject matter that I have learned last month, which is about education in the United States. Education in the United States. Education in the United States of America is provided in public, private, and homeschool. State government set overall education standard, often mandates standardized tests for 12 public school system and Super 5, usually through a board of regents, state college, and universities. The bulk of 1.3 trillion is funding comes from state and local government, with federal funding accounting for only about 100 billion. Private schools are generally free to determine their own curriculum and staffing policies, with voluntary accreditation available through independent regional accreditation authorities or through some state regulation can apply. In 130, about 87% of school-age children, those below higher education, attended state-funded public school, about 10% attention and foundation private school, and roughly 3% were homeschooled. By state law, education is compulsory ever an age range starting between 5 and 8 and ending somewhere between age 16 and 18, depending on the stage. This requirement can be state-certified in public school, state-certified private school, or an approved homeschool program. In most schools, compulsory education is divided into three levels: elementary school, middle of junior high school, and high school. Children are usually divided by age group into grades ranging from kindergarten 5 to 6 years old and 5 guard 6 to 7 years old for the youngest children, up to 12 guard as the final year of high school. There is also a large number and wide variety of public and private administrated colleges and universities throughout the country. Post-secondary education divided into college and the first tertiary degree and graduate school. Higher education includes extremely wealthy and selective universities, public research universities, private liberal art college, historical black college and universities, community college, for-profit college, and many other kind and combination of institutions. College enrollment rates in the United States have increased over the long term. At the same time, student loan debt has also risen to 1.5 trillion, according to a report published by the United News and World Report of the top 10 colleges and universities in the world. 8 are American, the other 2 are Oxford and Cambridge in the United Kingdom. The United States spends more per student on education than any other country. In the Person Economist Intelligence Unit rate U.S. education as 14 best in the world. the Program for International Student Assessment, coordinated by the OECD, currently ranks the overall knowledge and skill of American 15-year-olds as in the world in reading literacy, mathematics, and science, with the average American student scoring compared with the OECD average of 493. In 140, the country spent percent of its GDP on a level of education 1.0 percentage point above the average of 5.2% of America. Again, to attain some form of post-secondary education, have achieved a bachelor degree or higher. The United States ranked 3 from the bottom among nations in terms of its poverty gap and 4 from the bottom in terms of poverty rate. Education stage. Formal education in the U.S. is divided into a number of distinct education stages. Most children enter the public education system around age 5 or 6. Children are assigned into year group known as grades. The American school year traditionally begins at the end of August or early in September after a traditional summer vacation or break. Children customarily advance together from one grade to the next as a single cohort or class upon reaching an end of each school year in late May or early June. Depending upon their circumstances, children may begin school in pre-kindergarten, kindergarten or first grade. Students normally attend 12th grade or study over 12 calendar years of primary or elementary and secondary education before graduating and earning a diploma that makes them eligible for admission to higher education. Education is mandatory until age 18 in some states. In the U.S., ordinal numbers are used for identifying grades, typical age and grade grouping in contemporary public and private schools may be found through the U.S. Department of Education. Generally, there are three stages: elementary school, middle school, and high school. There is considerable variability in the exact arrangement of grades, as the following table indicates. Note that many people might not choose to attain higher education immediately after high school graduation, so the age of completing each level of education may vary. The table below shows the traditional education part of a student completing an undergraduate degree immediately after high school. Early childhood education. early childhood teaching in the U.S. related to the teaching of children formally and informally from birth up to the age of 8. The education service and delivered via preschool and kindergartens. Number 1. Preschool. Preschool, or sometimes called pre-kindergarten or kindergarten, refers to non-compulsory classroom-based early childhood education. The Head Start program is a federally funded early childhood education program for low-income children and their families, founded in 19 1965, prepares children, especially those of a disadvantaged population, to better succeed in school. However, limited seats are available to students aspiring to take part in the Head Start program. Many community-based programs, commercial enterprise, non-profit organizations, faith communities, and independent children providers offer preschool education. Preschool might be general or might have a particular focus, such as art education, religious education, sport training, or foreign language learning, along with provide general education. In the United States, preschool programs are required. However, there are encouraged by educators. Only 9% of 4 years old American children are enrolled in preschool. Preschool are ranged anywhere from 3 to 5 years old. The curriculum for the day will consist of music, art, patterns play, science, reading, math, and other social activities. Number 2, 12 education. Schooling is compulsory for all children in the United States, but the age range for which school attendance is required varies from state to state. Some states allow students to leave school between with parental permission before finishing high school. Other states require students to stay in school until age. Public free education is typically from kindergarten to grade 12, frequently abbreviated 12. Children who do not comply with compulsory attendance law without good cause are deemed to be truants. Are they and their parents may be subject various penalties under state law. Number 3. Grade placement. School use several methods to determine grade placement. One method involves placing students in a grade based on a child's birthday. Cut-off dates based on the child's birthday determine placement in either an higher or lower grade level. For example, if the school cut-off date is September 1 and an incoming student birthday in August 2, then the student would be placed in a higher grade level. If the student is in high school, this could mean that the student gets placed as an 11th grade instead of a 10 because of their birthday. Content each grade aligns with an academic goal for the expected age for the student. Generally, a student is expected to advance a grade each year. 12, however, if a student underperforms, he or she might retake the grade. Number 4. Primary education. Historically, in the United States, local public control or and prepared alternative have allowed for some variation in the organization of school. Elementary school included kindergarten through sixth grade or some days 4 to 4th grade, 5th grade of 8th grade. Basic subjects are taught in elementary school and students often remain in one classroom throughout the school day, except for specialized programs such as physical education, library, music, and art classes. There are as of about uh, 306 million children in each grade in the United States.